Hi, welcome back to Happy Kitchen and Cooking with a German. So today we have special. We have steak in a kind of garlic sauce. And we're going to combine it with some broccoli and some tomatoes. And then our juice today is apple with kiwi combined and some water. So we have a juice today using the food processor. So let's get started. The steak roughly needs about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to get it from the fridge now. Already prepared. The steak is about 10 minutes, as I said. So what we're going to do with the steak now is about 150 grams. We're going to season it. So we're going to add some pepper, and some salt. That's about it. I'm already putting the temperature on the halogen cooker, which is about 200 degrees today, for about 10 minutes. I'm going to put it on 11 just to heat it up for 1 minute. So with the steak, we're just going to add some salt. We're going to season it later with some fresh pepper, but some salt and pepper, that's fine. Same on the other side. Good, some pepper on top as well. So as I said, we have the broccoli with the steak and the tomatoes. So I'm going to place the steak first in the halogen cooker to fry it for both sides. Then I'm going to add the tomatoes with some seasoning, and the broccoli I'm going to do on the barbecue grill. So I would say I'm going to put the steak on now. That's good. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to place the steak in the middle for about 10 minutes at about 200 degrees. I mean, we can also put it on 210 just to make sure. So with the halogen, we cook the steak perfectly. So let's go on this side dish now. We're going to place the tomatoes next to the steak, and for the tomatoes, we're going to mix some seasoning together, which is some salt, We have some pepper. It's fine. A little bit of sugar as well, make it a little bit sweet. That's good for the tomatoes. We have some oil, and then we also have some garlic with it. So that's good. Just gonna stir it a little bit around just to mix everything together. I would say a little bit more oil just to get a little bit more liquid in. Salt, perfect. Stir it. That's perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to place the tomatoes next to the steak. So I'm just going to move the steak a little bit. Move a little bit to the side. That's fine. Just going to place the tomatoes next to the steak. That's very good. And what we're going to do, we're going to put the sauce on top of the tomatoes. Just a little bit, just for the flavor. So the flavor from the tomatoes and the sauce then goes over to the steak in the process of cooking. Great. So what we're going to do today with the broccoli is that the broccoli is already steamed before, so it's kind of done, almost done. What we're going to do is to mix the broccoli with some lemon and garlic and some oil sauce today. So that's the seasoning for the broccoli. So I'm just going to turn on the barbecue grill as well today for about 220 degrees. We're just going to place it on about 6 minutes. I'm just going to press start, perfect. So the grill heats up, that's perfect. So for the sauce, I'm just going to cut the lemon And have a look if there's no seeds inside. Just make sure the seeds are out. It's perfect. Just gonna put it inside a little glass bowl. It's good. Not too much. It's perfect. So half lemon. Also, we're going to add some oil. It's good. And then some garlic as well. So that's good. We're just going to stir it around. What we're going to do now is we don't use too much of the seasoning, but we're going to place the broccoli on top. I'm going to take it now. And just to make it a little bit easier for the broccoli, we add the seasoning now on top. And a little bit more. Perfect, that smells very good. I'm going to close it now. We have the perfect, like the garlic smell now from everywhere. We have the garlic smell from the tomatoes. We have the garlic smell here. That's very good. So we have 5 minutes here for the broccoli, and we have another 7 minutes for the steak, depending on the texture and how much it's done. So we'll see in a bit about that. Give it 7 minutes. So for our next step now, we're going to make the juice today. So as I said, we're going to make the juice out of apples and kiwis, and going to mix with some water. So I'm just going to start that now. I've already cut the apples, that's perfect. Just going to open it up now. Place the apples inside. Just going to use most of them now. Yeah, I'm going to use all of them. And what we're going to do with the kiwis. Today the kiwi special. I don't use the ordinary kiwis, I use the yellow kiwis today. Just because the ordinary kiwis are more sour, obviously, and these are more sweet. And because we have all the garlic, we're just going to use the sweet versions today. I prefer that. Sometimes depends on the preference, obviously, but the sweet ones are kind of yellow inside, and that makes it very good for the juice. Very tasty, and just more sweet than the ordinary ones. So I'm just going to place them all inside now. It takes a little bit, but it's fine. Just going to use 2, that's fine. Perfect. That looks good. Oh, found a little piece. We take that out quickly. Just we don't want any shell in there. Obviously, we're just going to cut it off and put it inside. They happen sometimes. That's fine. Just take it out. And with this, we're going to add some water. Not too much, so that's almost covered. Always have the ratio like that, so we almost cover the fruits. I'm gonna place it on top. Put the lid on top. And before we start that now, because it takes 30 seconds, very quick, we're going to look over here to the broccoli. That's good. Just frying a little bit, and we just have this perfect garlic smell, so that's very good. And we're also going to look over here to the steak. We have another 4 minutes left. I suggest that we're going to turn around the steak now. So we're going to open up. You see the tomatoes are perfectly frying with the garlic on top. That looks very good. I like that. I like that look. We're going to turn it around now to have the other side a little bit more. The good thing is with the halogen cooker, you don't even need to turn it around if you don't want to. I just want to make sure it's perfectly done, because with the halogen cooker, the flow, you have the airflow inside the halogen cooker, which basically, because we put it up on the rack, which basically fries it from all sides. So it's, instead of having it on the pan can dry out the steak, make it smaller, and just burn it. So we don't want that. We want the perfect medium inside, or on your preference, medium rare, it depends, or well done. So we're just going to use a halogen cooker. So the halogen cooker fries the steak perfectly, and we have the tomatoes with it. That's ideal. perfect. Good. Let's get over to the mixer again. So as I said, we have about 4 apples on here, and we have 2 kiwis. That's perfect. We use the sweet kiwis today. Just I like it more because in combination with the apples, it's not as sour. So with the high-speed food processor, we're just going to place it on the smoothie option, which takes about 30 seconds. I'm just going to start that now. And with this movie we are done. I just heard that the barbecue grill is done as well with the broccoli. So I'm just going to take it out now, open up the mixer. It smells very good. It smells like the obviously kiwi and the apple. And that looks very good. Also here, to say, it always depends on your preference. What you like. You can also add more liquid, as in water, to make it more liquid. Obviously now we have a little bit thicker because we didn't use as much water. I like that. I like to feel the fruits. I like to taste them. So with the broccoli, it's done now. For the steak, we have another 1 minute because the steak already looks super good. So we're just gonna turn the barbecue grill. So we see the broccoli a little bit fried, not too much, that's perfect, that's what we want. What we're going to do now, we're going to take it out, place it on our plate today. So we have the garlicky, you see a little bit fried, that's perfect. Obviously we steamed it before, so it's kind of done, but we just want a little extra on top, and just to bring the garlic inside the broccoli. So that's what we want. That looks very good. So we have the garlicky broccoli here. This looks very good. With the steak, it says another minute. It's about to be done. The tomatoes look very good. Obviously, with the tomatoes, we have them kind of dry now, but that's what we want. That's what we want because we have the garlic with it. Good. So the steak is done as well. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to open up, and with the steak, it's very good. You have the flavor here. I wish you could smell that now. So with the steak, I'm going to place it next to the broccoli, and what we're also going to add is the if I can grab it now, is the tomatoes next to it. That looks very good. So our meal today is basically done because we have the nice steak, garlic on top. The tomato is very dry now. It's perfect because we fried them basically. We have the broccoli next to it. So we have the vegetables mixed with the steak, and obviously steak is a very high protein source. One of the highest there is. That's why I like steak personally. Steak is a little bit more expensive, but about this meal was about $65 now. You can also share it obviously, but that's the price for this today. And with a nice shake, we have all the nutrition we need today. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope clicking tomorrow again. Perfect. Thank you very much.